Blue collar, white collar, black professors, white scholars, politicians, Dalai Lamas. Everybody in the whole wide world need hope if I be honest. I'm in that number.
Hey, good day. Welcome to another episode of Rob Report. I'm your host, Robert BOBTV Brown. How you doing today? And in the quest for everybody wants to run to be president, Julian Castro decides to throw his hat in along with a billion other people trying to run for office. Watch his announcement.
I am a candidate for President of the United States of America. I'm running for president because it's time for new leadership, because it's time for new energy, and it's time for a new commitment to make sure that the opportunities that I've had are available to every American. In the years to come, we must go forward as one nation, working toward one destiny, and that destiny is to be the smartest, the healthiest, the fairest, and the most prosperous nation on earth. As president, my first executive order will recommit the United States to the Paris Climate Accord. We're going to say no to subsidizing big oil and say yes to passing a Green New Deal. We will invest in housing that's affordable to the middle class and to the poor. And I know that we can turn things around. In the Obama administration, we made ending homelessness a priority, starting with veteran homelessness. And by the time we were done, we'd cut veteran homelessness almost in half. In the years to come, we can do that and more. I'll make PreK for the USA happen. Universal pre-kindergarten for all children whose parents want it, so that all of our nation's students can get a strong start. And you know what? We're not going to stop there. We'll work to make the first 2 years of college, a certification program, or an apprenticeship accessible and affordable, so millions more young people and people who are returning to school later in life can get the skills that they need to get a good job without incurring a mountain of debt. I'm asking you to join me.
All right, let me stop right there. This is what exactly lose me. Let me go back to that. Let's go back to some things he wants to do while this announcement is going on.
We're not going to stop there. We'll work to make universal pre-kindergarten happen.
All right, let's go back.
Universal pre-kindergarten for all children whose parents want it.
Now, I agree with that. We should start our children off early, but let me go back a little bit further because I think I'm missing some of the things that he is talking about doing, which already turns me off. Look, if you're going to be a Democrat running for office, you got to come with it if you're going to come after some independents or non-affiliated or people who don't vote. There's a reason why people don't vote, because you're not giving them something to vote for. People don't vote for people. They vote for what the people are supposed to be committing themselves to do. And when the people commit to do something and they don't do it, people don't vote because they're tired of the lies. People say you got to go vote because it's your right. It's your right to vote. It's your right not to vote. Also, that right is just as strong as any other right. That's why I don't tell people what to do. But I look for a politician that's going to tell me what they're going to do, have some kind of track record of proving it, and we go forward from there. Again, the people don't vote for a person. People vote for what the person is going to put themselves in a position to implement as policy. And if you have crappy policies that you're implementing, you are not the person that's going to win. Just going to lose. Let's go listen to some of the things he's talking about doing.
In the years to come, we can do that and more. I'll make PreK for the USA happen.
Let me go back. I got to go back further.
Passing a Green New Deal. We're going to say no to subsidizing big oil and say yes to passing a Green New Deal.
Now let's stop here. There's a difference between Green New Deal, the Democratic version of the Green New Deal, not Ocasio's version, but the Democratic version of the Green New Deal is basically providing green jobs. Ocasio's Green New Deal, which she took from Jill Stein of the Green Party, deals with the entire environment all across the world. It stopped oil from being transferred in pipelines during our national reservoirs, during our national parks, killing off our environment. It deal with more solar being used versus electrical grids. It's a whole bunch of things. So don't be fooled by the rhetoric. You got to really find out what their terms for certain things really mean, because it's not what most people mean. Let me keep going.
We will invest in housing that's affordable to the middle class and to the poor.
He said he'll invest in housing. How about you do that? How about coming up with a brand new 21st century new housing program? A 3-tier housing program that would cater to seniors, that would cater to singles, single men, single women, and that would cater to single families. Most married people, they deserve housing too. And sometimes two married people can't afford a decent housing. I'm not saying you get it for free, and I'm not saying that a married person should be paying $60 a month for freaking housing, but they don't need to be paying no $3,000 a month when they're bringing in only $1,000 or $2,000 or $4,000. Let's say, come on. So we need tiered housing, public housing. Currently, we don't have that right now, and we have a lot of homeless people because we don't have a tiered housing program. And everybody work jobs. They don't work on their own businesses, and they shouldn't be penalized because they work for people who have business. They still should be accommodated just like the business owners are being accommodated. Let me keep going.
And I know that we can turn things around. In the Obama administration, we made it.
Speaking of Obama, dude, you sound like Obama. You look like Obama. You dress like Obama. Your hands gesture like Obama. What are the Democrats doing? They got some kind of clone machine going on right now? Good Jesus.
Ending homelessness a priority, starting with veteran homelessness. By the time we were done, we'd cut veteran homelessness almost in half. In the years to come,
that's a good deal. But there's more than just veterans out there that need a priority. Julian Castro.
We can do that and more. I'll make pre-K for the USA happen.
Good deal. Kids should have a head start. It shouldn't be forced on the parents. The parents should be able to decide where they want their kids to go. I'm all for public schools, and I do believe in a charter system too. I believe in various forms of education. Some education are better than others. But I believe that's the parent right. And if their parent want a right to go to public school, their child to go to public school, fine. But don't force them to go somewhere that the parents might not want them to go. The parents might want them to have a type of education, you know, or to be educated in a certain area. So pre-K, early pre-K is good.
Universal pre-kindergarten for all children whose parents want it.
I like that, who parent wants it.
All of our nation's students can get a strong start. And you know what? We're not going to stop there. We'll work to make the first 2 years of college, a certification program, or an apprenticeship accessible and affordable. So
that's where you're losing me, bro. You lost me.
Apprenticeship, years of college, a certification program, or an apprenticeship accessible and affordable.
A certification and apprenticeship to make it accessible and affordable. What you going to do? You going to have somebody work an apprenticeship and get certified and give them some money where they can go to school? Dude, in this America, this coming America, There is no cost for health care. There is no cost for education. The only cost it's going to cost is the average person paying a little bit out of their money, make it tax deductible to fund it. And you even reading off a teleprompter like Obama. All right, let me keep going.
So millions more young people and people who are returning.
Forget this millions or more. It doesn't matter who you are. I don't care if your daddy got millions or your parents have nothing. Everybody should be able to go into a public education system, even a higher education system, without worrying about breaking the bank, going in debt, or trying to pay it off. It's paid for. In the coming America, education will be a human right. Now, if you decide to go to Ivy League or you pick to go to some private, that's on you. But if it's a public college, they going for free. They're going at no cost. Why? Because we already paying for it anyway. Why are we going to double dip on that?
Returning to school later in life can get the skills that they need to get a good job without incurring a mountain of debt. I'm asking you to join me. You give me your support, and I give you my word. I will spend every day working hard to make sure that you can get a good job, that you can find a decent place to live, that you can have good health care when you get sick, and that your children and grandchildren can reach their dreams, no matter who you are or where you come from. We have always been at our best when we're united by something bigger. And in this journey, in the days to come, together we will show that hope can be bigger than fear, that light can be bigger than darkness, and that truth can be bigger than lies. And as long as we work for it, tomorrow will always be better than today. So let's go work. Vámonos!
All right, there you go. Vámonos. Let's go get to work to losing again to Trump. Because you are not what the people are looking for, dude. And some of the things that you're already implementing, that's what they're looking at. They're not looking at your pretty abominous looking looks and talk and suit and hand gesture. They're looking at your policies. And so far, a lot of these policies are crap. And again, I welcome these haters to hit me up on Twitter or in my inbox, dude. We're looking for a radical revolutionist. We're looking for a true FDR type. I say a FDR slash Martin Luther King hybrid. That's what we're looking for. And they're there. You just got to give them the same opportunity to run for that position as anybody else. So as you can see, Julian Castro is now throwing his hat in for the presidency of the United States, along with a whole bunch of other people. Now, here's the difference between Julian Giuliani, JC, whatever you want to call him. The difference between him is, I believe, he was chosen to speak at one of the national conventions. And when you are the keynote speaker, you are being eyed as a leader in the presidency and a potential hope for in the future in the Democratic Party to run for president. They don't let just anybody get up there and speak, because there was somebody who they refused to let speak because of her power to really captivate an audience, her power to really pull people into a certain direction, and that was Nina Turner. Nina Turner was supposed to speak at 2016, but because of the rigging and the cheating, they did not allow. Now it was out in the open, and they did not allow her to speak. Why? Because they was afraid that she was going to call them all out. This guy right here, he ain't calling nobody out. He is Obama 2.0. I thought Kamala Harris was Obama 2.0. Julian Castro is 2.0. He even looked like Obama right now. Oh, you look a little bit like Jimmy Fallon a little bit, but that pose is an Obama pose. His speech, his mannerism is all Obama. And guess who is going to push him to the presidency? Obama. because he worked for Obama. He's very close to Obama. He's going to be very Obama-esque in his policy making. Now, he talked about all the great things that he want to do sound good. Two things was not good enough for me, Castro, and that was the education. It should not ever come out of a person's pocket unless they want a particular type of education, one of their choosing. Then you talked about the Medicare. No, it's a right. Nobody should have to come out of their pocket for it. Our government should be putting people in a position to get the best health care as they can. And I could talk about a lot of other things. But my proof is always in where you go to look at the person record. So I'm just going to take you to one website and have you take a look at Mr. Castro's record. Let's try to go over there. Just give me a moment. All right, so we're over here at ontheissues.org, which is a website where you can see any politician, anybody that's seeking a public position, some of the things that may have voted on, some of their beliefs, some of their platforms. Right now, I don't see too much on Mayor of San Antonio, Julian Castro. Now, you do know that he worked in the Obama administration. He was appointed after what's his name left the administration. He took over as the Housing Authority Secretary, same position, Ben Carson. And I was told he did a decent job, but to me, if you're not having a robust public housing program, always ongoing on the highest degree, you're not really doing your job. But let's go ahead and look at his record now. He doesn't have a voting record on national issues because he never hold those type of positions. Now, his brother has held those type of positions, but he haven't hold those types of positions. He is the mayor of San Antonio. So if anything, you take time out of your schedule. I'm not going to be doing all your homework for you. We all got to become better educated on finding out about the people who want to earn our vote. Keyword, want to earn our vote. Don't give it to them, because you might be giving your vote up to a person who's just crap, a crappy legislator like Dianne Feinstein and Nancy Pelosi. But anyway, Julian Castro. Let's look at him. Now, if you want to know about his record, go look at him as the mayor of San Antonio. But so far, no issues stand yet recorded on this website about his attitude on abortion. You can click here to get his thoughts on the budget and the economy. But it say no issue stands yet recorded. On civil rights, it say he signed unto the Mayors for the Freedom to Marry effort, extended city benefits to same-sex domestic partners. So I guess he have done some legislation concerning gay rights. I don't know about stronger legislation concerning black rights or African-American rights. It seems like there's been a shift in America where there's a lot more done for gay rights than African-American rights. My thing is, if you're going to do any kind of right, do it just as aggressive. Okay, so anyway, on political leaders on corporation, he has no stance on leaders in their affiliation with corporation. No issues on this website concerning crime, concerning drugs. Not that much issue. You do have some issues concerning education. 1,500 new volunteers to read in grade school. Race to the top. Of course, he extended the Bush thing that Obama extended for the race to the top. And he's for federally funding to jumpstart green jobs, which is good. He had that position since 2010. No issue stands yet on the environment. Well, depending on what green new jobs mean. Is he just trying to use? My thing is, if you're going to be a politician, don't use the green. There's a difference between a Green New Deal and green jobs. Okay, it's a huge difference. But we'll talk about those differences in the future. Because they have nothing on him concerning the environment. That's where we talk about Green New Deal. Talking about not just job, but saving our environment. No records on family and children. He's part of the sister city to build a stronger South Korea. That's the only thing he has on foreign policies. No issue on no information on free trade, no information on government reform, no information on gun control. On health care, he said America should not be on their own for health care, which is true. I agree with that. But we need more than that plan that he was talking about in the announcement. We really, really need a robust Medicare for All program. No issues on Homeland Security, no issues. He support comprehensive immigration reform. Convened San Antonio Job Summit back in 2010. So you take some time out, you go through all this stuff yourself. I'm not going to go through all this. It's a lot. Most of the stuff up here is saying no stance recorded. And you can also go to Ballotpedia, and you can learn more about Castro up here in his record. And like I said, he was the keynote speaker at the Democratic Convention. Usually, if you're the keynote speaker, you're the hot thing for that year and probably in the next 10 years, and you may have the potential to become our next president. So take some time out on Ballotpedia and take a look at the records there too. Like I said, there's not much on voting because he's never been in a position to vote. Being the mayor is not like being the governor, and it's definitely not like being in the House or the Senate. So the whole 9 yards. So it really gives me how people think they could just get in the office and make the rest of the country do what they want to do. No, it don't work that way. Just because you're president, you're not the king of the United States. There's state rights, and you have to work sometime from the ground up, from the grassroots, to make things happen on the top. That's why a lot of people gravitate toward Bernie Sanders. Tulsi Gabbard did put her head in, but she haven't had that kind of grassroots activism in her campaign. I believe she's a person of honor. I believe she's a person of integrity. I believe she may make an excellent president. I have a couple of issues concerning her, mainly in policy differences, but that's what I got with everybody. I don't agree with every president. I don't care. I can find something good in Trump and not like most of the things he do, and I can find a lot of good in the Democratic Party, but like a lot of things that they don't do. I'm just that type of guy. I don't take sides, baby. I'm looking for the people who are going to help us take over. So Julian Castro, Obama 2.0. I thought Kamala Harris was on the female version of Obama. No, actually Kamala Harris is the female, black version of Hillary Clinton, with a little sprinkle of Barack Obama. But if you look at how she came up and how she got to the positions that she's in, I'm not going to be a fan and never going to be a fan. And you can tweet me. You can come at me, people. I don't care. Bring it, baby. I don't like Kamala Harris. I don't like her record in the past. And I don't like how she got to that leadership position. And to me, if the way you operate to get to a certain position is the way you're going to operate to keep a position. I'm not a fan of hers, and it ain't got nothing to do with her being a woman. It don't have nothing to do with her being black or have Indian or whatever. Or whatever. It has nothing to do with that. Because I'm a fan of Nina Turner. I'm a fan of, and I'm a huge fan of Jill Stein. So it ain't got nothing to do with women. It ain't got nothing to do with the Democratic Party. It's just her. I don't like the way she legislates. I'm not a fan. And when people say, would you pick her over Trump? I will pick neither one of them, just like I picked neither one the last time. My vote and my integrity will not allow me to do voting, will now not allow me to vote the lesser evil. My integrity tell me don't vote for evil at all. Find the greater good and give them a shot. And believe God. So, Julian Castro, am I excited?
No. No. Mm-mm. Mm-mm. No. 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 Hell no.